If I was there mentoring him, I would have told him from jump, I don't think you should do this song. I think we should choose something else. Hey fam, what's up, what's up, what's up? This is Robert Anton here, robertantonnyc, coming to you with your No Frills American Idol commentary from a singer. Tonight, we had the boys. Remember last night we had the girls. So at the beginning of the show tonight, we had a recap of the girls' performances from last night to start the show. And the guys are up for the same treatment tonight. 15 guys are waiting to perform, but only 10 will get to sing, and the rest will be sent packing, sent home. Get out of here! Oh my goodness, that's so terrible, right? And America will vote to save 5, while there'll be 3 wildcard choices. So we're going to be 5 girls and 5 guys in the top 13, I do believe. And then there are going to be 3 wildcards, and it could be any of them. It could be 3 girls, it could be 3 good boys, it could be, 2 girls and a boy. It could be, okay, well, there's all kinds of ways that you can do that, but I'm not going through all of them. Adam Lambert and Chris Daughtry were helping to mentor the performances. The first person up was Caleb Johnson. He did Stay With Me by Faces. And Caleb is a big voice and a big personality, and he brought that with him tonight. Let me tell you, he got that rock vibe on lockdown, and it's so authentic. And he also kind of reminds me of like Meatloaf. I don't know if you guys get that, but from what I remember Meatloaf, he reminds me of Meatloaf. Loved his ending on this too. Great start to the show. Keith said he's so natural and it was a perfect song. J-Lo said it was some real rock star-ish going on up there and said it's his time. Harry said it's a really strong way to start the show and it's going to be tough for the guys following him. You ain't lying. CJ Harris was up next. He did Shelter, and Daughtry tried to get him to ditch his guitar because he said it was distracting, but he ended up keeping it. He didn't take that advice. He has such a nice gruff, and it comes off well on this type of song, but I wasn't really touched the way some of his other performances have done. I wrote, if it were my first time hearing him, I wouldn't be a fan. J-Lo said she makes him feel so many things when he sings. Harry advised him to watch out for his intonation and said he has a tendency to sing sharp. And then Ryan asked CJ, when he had a root canal. He ended up having a root canal yesterday. Oh my God! Oh my God, just forget everything I said, man. Forget everything I said. A root canal and you sing it the next day? Oh my God! That's amazing. Okay, all right, forget what I said. No, don't forget what I said. I mean, I felt the way I did about the performance, but seeing that he had a root canal, I'm like, wow, he did a really good job just the day before. All right, anyway, this is Robert Anton, robertanton.com. Please make sure to thumb up the commentary if you are liking it, if you are loving it. If you ain't too crazy about it, but you're not sure what to think, just thumb it up. Let me know that you are over here watching. It also lets other people know that you are watching and that we're discussing American Idol. I thank you guys so much for those thumbs. All right, next up was Emmanuel Zidor. He did The Best of My Love by The Emotions. He was struggling during rehearsals, right? And no one was really giving him any on-camera feedback. I don't know if that's because they didn't give him any feedback or because the producers decided not to put it up. But this is a hard song for many women to sing. I mean, I have girls who try to do this in the bands and stuff, and a lot of them don't like to sing it because it's very difficult, right? And it also has those high notes going on that a lot of people are like, okay, can we not do that tonight? And I'm not sure why he chose this song. Okay, it came off decent in the beginning. He was doing his thing. It had a nice little feel to it. But it was very strained throughout the second half. When it started climbing, it got very, very strained. Of course, he didn't get off those top high notes. And I just felt like it was a bad song choice. And I'm going to be bad right here and right now. If I was there mentoring him, I would have told him from jump, I don't think you should do this song. I think we should choose something else. That would have been it. They've changed people's songs before. They should have changed the song. This was not a good song choice at all. I'm sorry. And I also wrote on Twitter, why are guys always picking these women's songs that are not fit for really a guy? Or even if they could fit it for a guy, like, okay, he was struggling with it. And I might rant for this for a few seconds, so if you need to go on, then move on to the next one. But he was struggling with it. So if it's too high for you, pull down the key. That's the first thing you would do. If it's too high, take the key down. They got a live band. They can pull down the key for you, put it in your key where you can hit those top notes. That's the first easy thing you can do. But also pick something that fits closer to who you are and what type of artist you want to be. If you're going to be a male artist, there are so many male artists who sing that type of material, let's say. I'm not going to go any further. If you want to go check out my Twitter and see what I wrote, then go there because I'm not going there on this video. Okay, Harry said he has a happy, infectious energy and said the performance started to get out of control. Keith said he was singing above the note most of the time. J-Lo said it wasn't the best song choice for him and asked him to sing a little I'm Going Down on the spot. and he did good on it. That would have been a better song choice, okay? But there's so many other beautiful songs, and there's so many great male songs out there where guys are singing all up in the sky. Come on, let's do better, let's do better. I wouldn't be ranting so much if I didn't like him. Anyway, Sam Woolf did Babylon by David Gray, and Randy and one of the vocal coaches are trying to get him to address the audience while he's performing and to stop closing his eyes and looking away and all that. He brought out his guitar and gave a very sweet rendition of the song. It was a nice laid-back radio-style performance with a solid vocal. I just didn't find it visually stimulating. He wasn't really giving anything performance-wise. The voice was gorgeous. The performance was flat. So that's what I felt. Keith said it was a good song and his voice was money. J-Lo said he has a sweet quality to him and his heart and soul comes through. Harry talked about his seeming lack of confidence. George Lovett was up next. He did Grenade by Bruno Mars. And Adam Lambert was trying to create some contrast in his performance and called him a great singer. He was so intense when he started out and seemed to be sweating from the jump. He hadn't even done nothing. He looked like he had sweat all over, right? Just energy just popping out, right? I like that he took this deep into R&B territory, like a Keith Sweat song, baby. I haven't heard anyone do this song quite like this, and a lot of people have covered it, a lot of people have done it, and I haven't heard anybody bring on that real, drop them panties kind of R&B thing going on. He really did. I thought it was really solid. J-Lo said she really felt his energy and said she'd like to control the runs more and called him one of the best singers here. Harry said he was so passionate that it spun out of control. Keith said it wasn't the right song to play to his strengths. Dexter Roberts was up next. He did This Old Boy by Craig Morgan, and Daughtry told him to pretend it's his song, make it his own. That's basically what he was saying. I had the hugest smile on my face the whole time he was performing this. And such a great vibe and such a just purely joyful presentation. The crowd was vibing with him and he was playing to his crowd and soaking it in, soaking it all in, just loving it and giving the love back. I really enjoyed it. Harry called him a solid and very likable performer. Keith said he's the real deal legit country boy. J-Lo said he has an easy and cool way about his performance and said he did his thing. Alex Preston was up next. He did Volcano by Damien, and the vocal coach Melissa was trying to get him to make eye contact during his rehearsal. I liked the vibe of this song and felt like it was a great song choice to show off his voice and style. He had some really nice little vocal nuances going on, two little things that he did were just so sweet, little pop here and little there, he was just flavoring the whole thing with some really nice stuff. Couldn't help bobbing my head along to the performance, just a nice rhythm, a nice groove. Keith said it was the best song choice of the night. Totally agree. J-Lo said he's in his own lane and called him a very interesting artist. Malcolm Allen was up next. He did Coming From Where I'm From by Anthony Hamilton. The tone of his voice is so great and he has that wonderful soul vibe going on. He definitely told the story in the song. I felt like he kept it real and didn't go too far. Just a really honest performance. J-Lo said vocally he's on top of the list, but said his performance could have been stronger. Harry said he sings so sharp and told him to focus on singing in tune. Ben Briley was up next. He did Soul Shine by the Allman Brothers Band, and I totally liked the vibe and his sound on this performance. The judges mentioned his many musical influences, and he surely got a lot of soul up in there. That brother got soul, okay, what I'm saying? One of the better performances of tonight for me, and he took an electric guitar solo, really quick one, but I was just like, go ahead on, you know? Just really nice and kind of surprising and out of the box. Harry said he's interesting and a powerful performer. Keith said he's cool and his voice is his best instrument. J-Lo said he really came alive on stage as opposed to his rehearsal with them. You know, and she was just saying that, you know, in rehearsal he was good, but he really just everything was there on stage. Spencer Lloyd was the final performer. He did Love Don't Die by the Fray, and he was worried about keeping the guitar, so he asked Randy, and Randy advised him to keep it, while Adam Lambert advised him to lose it. You know, two different ideas. I'd be confused. Oh my God, I'm so confused. What to do? He ended up going without the guitar for his performance, and he seemed to be having some small vocal issues in the first verse, but was on top of it by the chorus. I think this had a lot of potential to be a really good performance, but I was just totally underwhelmed by it. I just wasn't moved. I wasn't into it. I don't know what it was. Keith said it wasn't his best vocal performance. J-Lo said he moved the crowd. Harry said this was not good and told him to stick to what he knows. And last night I thought they made a mistake by not playing any of the girls' performances, their vocals. They were playing some other music or something in the final game tape, as Ryan called it, and tonight they played it for the guys, so I guess my suspicions were right. They just kind of made it like a little mistake or something, or maybe the tape wasn't ready, you know, maybe their backgrounds weren't cut and all that good stuff yet. I don't know. But whatever happened, This was a good show. I enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought of the guys' performances tonight. Who is your favorite and who are you voting for if you care to tell me? This is Robert Anton, robertantonnyc.com. I'm out. Peace.